scientists plan to refreeze Arctic in desperate bid to reverse climate change. Radical ways of reversing climate change, including refreezing the Arctic, sucking harmful excess carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere, and greening the oceans are among the ideas being considered by a new team of Cambridge University scientists. The Centre for Climate Repair is part of the university's Carbon Neutral Futures initiative, spearheaded by Dr. Emily Schuckberg. The project is being coordinated by Professor Sir David King, the former UK Chief Scientific Advisor and Special Representative for Climate Change, who explained time is no longer on our side. He added, "What we continue to do, what we do that is new, and what we plan to do over the next 10 to 12 years will determine the future of humanity for the next 10,000. One of the geoengineering ideas being considered by scientists is spraying salt water high into the atmosphere to whiten clouds in the Arctic region to reflect heat back into space and bring about refreezing. Another proposal is re-greening and greening areas of the planet with vegetation, on sea and on land, to remove carbon dioxide from the air." In October last year, the UN's Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, IPCC, warned that changes on an unprecedented scale would be needed by society to keep global temperatures from rising more than 1.5 C above pre-industrial levels. The panel said countries need to cut carbon emissions by 45% by 2030 and to net zero by 2050. The IPCC said methods to take excess carbon out of the atmosphere, known as carbon capture, will also be needed. The proposed Centre for Climate Repair at Cambridge will bring together scientists to identify and examine the best methods. Dr. Schuckberg said, "When considering how to tackle a problem as large, complex and urgent as climate change, we need to look at the widest possible range of ideas and to investigate radical innovations such as those proposed by Sir David. In assessing such ideas, we need to explore all aspects, including the technological advances required, the potential unintended consequences and side effects, the costs, the rules and regulations that would be needed, as well as the public acceptability." Speaking to the BBC, Professor Callum Roberts of York University said new strategies needed to be developed as the need to reverse the damage being caused to the planet became ever more pressing. He said, "Early in my career, people threw their hands up in horror at suggestions of more interventionist solutions to fix coral reefs. Now they are looking in desperation at an ecosystem that will be gone at the end of the century, and now all options are on the table. At the moment, I happen to think that harnessing nature to mitigate climate change is a better way to go. But I do see the legitimacy of exploring more radical options as a means of steering us towards a better future." A government survey released this week suggests public concern about climate change has hit new highs as the issue has risen up the agenda in recent months. Polling for the Business and Energy Department found 4/5 of people are now fairly or very concerned about climate change, the highest level since the regular survey began in 2012. The issue was brought to the fore recently as a result of protests by Extinction Rebellion activists, which brought large parts of London's transport network to a standstill last month.